Hey guys, Alan Murray, another fragrance review. This will be one mic, one take. Hoping to keep these videos as raw as possible, guys. I like that rawness about watching the video, and there's not too many fancy gadgets or high tech stuff, because that's not me. So I'm trying to put my videos across in a way that it's the rawest take possible. If I make a mistake, it's staying in, so you can have a good laugh at my expense when it does make a mistake. So then, on today's video, guys, we're going to be talking about 15, right, fragrances that are new to my collection, right, and not an unboxing. They just added these hours a period of time over the last month or so. I've been off the YouTube for a while now because of the technical difficulties on the laptop, which is stopped exporting my videos properly. So I'm having to try to get like video editing software installed so I can make more YouTube videos. This is why there's such a gap in between my videos. So I apologise for that, but it's unforeseen. I couldn't do nothing about it. This is why I've been on Instagram and on Facebook, and I've met a lot of lovely people on there who supported me and have been fantastic to keep liking my photos and put it on there. So I'd like to thank them for that. And I think if we could get the videos going in the right direction, that's what I'm hoping for. Okay, guys. So I'll see you after the intro and we'll get on with this lot. Cheers, guys. Thanks a lot. Okay, guys. Welcome back. Right then, we've got quite a lot to get on with today, guys. There's a stack of fragrances here. Right, and they've all been bought out the last month or so, maybe month and a half. And I'd been a while since I'd collected any new fragrances, so I wanted to refresh my collection a bit. And this is what we've got. Now, the first one I'm going to show you, this came out in the 80s, and I was wondering if there's anybody out there who may have this fragrance. Maybe leave a comment in the comment section below, because there's something in that there fragrance. There's a note in there. When I spray this fragrance, it's like an old classic fragrance, but it's really good. And there's something that keeps popping off my skin, and it's that captivating. I can't stop smelling it. But when I looked at all the notes, it's hard for me to identify which one it is. Now, there's people out there maybe have a better nose to understand things like that I've got. So if you have got this fragrance and you do know what that note is that keeps popping off, leave it in the comment section, please. I appreciate that. So this is the first one. This is what I'm on about. This is called Benzion for men. Right, odd shaped bottle. Look, you got this. Looks like a golf ball on top of a bottle, doesn't it? But lift the top up. Look, it exposes like a gold atomizer. And I'll tell you what, guys, this is fantastic fragrance. It's quite cheap as well in the UK. So, oh yeah, you smell it straight away. There's something in there, and I don't know what it is. But when you spray this on, it's that refreshing. And it's got a note in there that I can't identify, but every time I wear this fragrance, it keeps popping off my skin. All I can smell is this one note, more than anything, because it keeps popping off. And I love it. It's a fantastic fragrance, cheap as chips. So that's the first one, Benzion for men. Rarely pick up, guys. Okay. Now, there's no particular order in this. I'm just picking it up as I come along to them. Okay, guys. So it's not any order. Not like a top 10 or nothing like that. This is another one I picked up. Azaro Visit. Right. I've got a few Azaro fragrances, and this is a good fragrance. Odd shaped bottle up. Looks like a big sail. And I'll show the atomizer squared out there. There you go. And this is like a nice aromatic fragrance. It's not offensive. Be ideal to wear if you're working in an office and you want to just spray this one. Keep it in your drawer on your desk, and every now and again just give yourself a spray with this, guys, as you just refresh you. And it's non offensive, so people wouldn't complain that it's too strong, which is where they pick up, need nice fragrance. And then we've got this one here. This was bought for my daughter for Father's Day. I've got quite a few of the other Davidoff cool water, and I've got the cool water wave, I've got the Intense, and now she bought me this one, the hot water. Now when I first bought this, I thought, well, how does that fit in with all the other ones? You know, obviously they've changed the name, different stuff like that, so how's it going to fit in? Is it going to be spicy? And I sprayed this earlier, and it's not obviously when I compare this to, it's not a direct copy. But as I smelt it and I sprayed it on myself the other day, I don't think they've copied it, but it just smells to me like a Marnie Code, the original one, but not as strong. So I think this is their take on a Marnie Code, but maybe not done with exact the same note breakdown. It's very similar though to me. To my nose, when I smell that, the first thing I think of is like Marnie Code. Right, now we've got this one here. I haven't got many Lacoste fragrances, so I thought I'd buy this one and give it a try. And this is Lacoste Essential, right? Nice looking bottle there, got the alligator thing at the back. Top's a bit cheap, do you know what I mean? That about looks a bit cheap, but it's what you pay for, and it doesn't cost that much. And then this has got like, reminds me of like grass, cooked grass, she's got vetiver in it or something like that. It's a very green fragrance. This has got green notes in it and stuff. And it reminds me of like a cooked grass, but in a nice way with some other green notes done with it. But the only complaint I've got with this so far, and it could be because it's a new bottle, look, it hasn't used much juice here, so it might develop a stronger scent trail as it, you use more of it. But today I put it on not so long back, tried it out, and it didn't last very long on my skin. I couldn't detect it very long. That was the only downside so far I've seen to this frame, but that could be me being impatient. When you do buy a new bottle of any fragrance, as you've took some out and it starts wearing its way down the bottle, you'll probably get the oxygen in there and it masquerades, and before you know it, you'll start getting a change in the fragrance inside the bottle. So that could be a reason why it's not quite as powerful yet. Right, now this one is a Tom Ford clone of tobacco vanilla, and this is Gerudo tobacco vanilla. But they could tell I'm aiming for that fragrance by Tom Ford, and I have had a clone from Pocket Sense who've done the same thing, and both of them smell exactly the same. There's the clone from Pocket Sense, all this one. So these are based on not Tuscan leather, tobacco vanilla. And I wanted a couple of tobacco fragrances, so I bought this one. And there's another one down there I'll show you shortly. So this is nice tobacco fragrance, guys. If you like these tobacco fragrances, not too dear neither. Now this only came, I only had this the other day. This is Dolce & Gabbana K, the Eau de Parfum one. Got the silver cap on there and the crown. Just pull it off. And again, I love the Dolce & Gabbana. Most fragrance I have tried. I haven't tried them all. The ones I've tried, I do like them. And it also reminds me of a guy, walking along in the town of a night or something. He's got a pair of black trousers on, a nice belt, nice shoes, white shirt and a sports jacket, and he's walking along, he's got his shirt open, smelling of this stuff. And I can imagine him walking down the road doing that. And so this is a really nice worthy pickup. I've only had a white one so far, but I was impressed when I was wearing it. Got a nice smell about it. So, and this is another one I picked up. And this was recommended by Scott the Centurion. That's the name of his channel, Centurion Scott, a terrific bloke. And he reviewed this on his channel a while ago. And he got me interested in watching the video that he did. You would check him out. He's a cracking bloke. And, excuse me. This has got a fig note in it. And I sprayed this on the other day. So I've already put a little bit of a dent in it, look. And this note it's got on it, I sprayed it on my neck and everything. And I sprayed it on my jumper. And no word of a lie, it's true as I'm sitting here now. I can still smell it 3 days later on my jumper. And it's not known to be like a beast, but for some reason he just worked on the clouds of the show, and it just stayed on there for days. So that's great for summer, you know what I mean? You've got the summer coming up, guys. You smell fantastic with that. This one's been out for ages now. I always wanted it, but finally got round to it. This one is from Carl, the frag guy, who's, sadly had a motorbike accident. He's laid up at the moment, so he ain't been able to do no YouTube videos. Get well soon, buddy. Okay, keep patient, keep watching them Netflix, and then you'll soon be back. But he does like this fragrance, and I can understand why. It's a citrus fragrance. And yeah, it just got a lovely smell about it. It's proper old school, but it's done nicely in a nice, refreshing way. And I have wore this, and it does work well. And I have it, last on my skin quite longer than I thought it would, to be fair. And so I can understand why Carl does like this fragrance. Okay, so, he might be, as I say, he's laid up in bed at the moment, injured with this injury he's had from his motorbike accident. And he's on the road to recovery. But he's still got videos out there, so check his channel out, called Frag Guy. Still starting to show some support. That's the good thing about the fragrance. We all rally around each and every one of us. Feeling very well or something like that. So that's that one's called Molinard. That's the name of the fragrance. Sorry, my bad. Okay, so it is a fig fragrance. It's called Molinard. That's the name of the company. But fantastic. And then you got this one, my first ever Jimmy Choo fragrance. And this is the Man Intense. Got a nice cat there, looks like an alligator skin at the top there. And this is like typical blue style fragrance. It's a Dunbridge grab and go. It's got a nice melon note in there. It's not like a watermelon note, it's not like the honeydew, it's like the round, smaller round one. It's got like a green outer skin, like colour green. And on the middle, it's like orange flesh, and that's what it smells like. It's got a lovely melon note though. Again, it's because it's still pretty new. I'm not really sure about the longevity on it because it's still being trialled. I've had so many fragrances to try on. You gradually get around to having a few sprays of it, but at the moment it's still in the early stages, so it's hard for me to say how long that would last through a working day. Now this is the other tobacco fragrance I was talking about, and this was Tobacco Myth, Paris Corner, I think it's from one of these Middle Eastern companies. Oh, sorry, Fragrance World, and pull the top off there, look like gold atomizer. And I've not had the bottle before, but the basis on the Carolina Herrera version. If you look at the picture of the Carolina Herrera bottle, the tobacco fragrance, it's exactly the same as this. And these people have copied it and they've changed the name, but it's more, the bottle looks more or less exactly the same. But for me, it was in my price range, and I thought, I'll give it a try for how much it's going to cost. And I say, guys, it's a tobacco fragrance. Now, I've got showed the one earlier. This is different. It's not the same. I thought when I first bought it, I thought, I wonder if I bought something that's going to smell like Tom Ford again. But this, to me, got a lovely tobacco note in. There's a bit more of a spicy note to it than I can detect. And I wonder if it's like, a way of adding a few spices to separate it from. It smells more like a nice pipe tobacco. This one does. It's got like something about, we used to have that dram tobacco and they used to put it in pipes and stuff. It smells a bit like that. Got more of a tobacco thing about this than the other one because the vanilla's really strong on that one. It makes it sweeter, but this one doesn't. It goes in a different direction. So this one is really good. So that's my second tobacco fragrance I've got. Now this one, it's another one. Now I take care of this bottle. This bottle was sent out and it got damaged in the post, but I've still got some left in there, so I'm not going to waste it, I'll use it. And this is Elizabeth Taylor, Passion for Men. This is from the 80s. And It's all cracked, that one is, but they did send me a replacement bottle out. So fair play to them on eBay who did that for me. They're very kind. Okay, so there's a sprayer. Oh, very good, was it there? That's better. And again, considering this is like an 80s fragrance, you can tell it's got that 80s style about it. But this is like non-offensive. It's not going to offend people. In fact, it'll probably draw people to you. You know, some can be a bit beastly on from the 80s. I've got a few of them. And you either like it or you don't. But this is pretty easy to get along with most people, I think, if you give it a try. It's not really doing either. And it's been out for quite a while, but I think you'd be quite surprised. I mean, look at the old atomizer. Look, you can see how old it looks with the atomizer compared to all the new ones. But this one is, to me, it's a good addition to my collection. Because I have got some 80s fragrances, and I do want to smell something different now and again. Now this one, I've seen Ash from Incense go on about this before, and it is where the is hype, to be fair. You know, and I've tried this on, and it's popped off my skin, and it lasted ages. And that's Arm Off Craze from Arm Off. And it's based on Pegasus from Parfums de Marly. It's supposed to have that nutty taste to it. It's got, look at that like nutty metallic note to it. And it's for the price you pay for this, I would say. This has got to be a bargain in what I bought for most of my fragrances. I used to be the old Club de Nuit Intense man, the EDT version. I had loads of compliments with that, and that was like about £27. And this ain't far off a similar price. And for the money you pay for these, you know, it smells something very much similar, maybe not exactly the same, but I can't compare the two. I never owned the original. Too expensive at the moment for me. But this, I'm happy having this, and you know, I'll wear this any day. And I wear it with a smile on my face. It is really good. So if you are watching this little video, Ash, because I am a small channel, thanks, mate, for the tip. Very kind. You are right, it does work. Right. There you go. This one. Another one, Hidden Gem. Turn around so you see the label there. And this is Cerruti 1881 Bellanotte. Now, well, I've heard a guy from, I think it was New York, I forgot the guy's name, so I do apologise. He's been doing it for a while now, and he was reviewing these fragrances. He likes some of his classic fragrances. I think he's from New York, he lives. And he was doing a review on this, and I seen him, and I thought, I'd like to try that one of the days. And it took me a while to get it. But then I finally purchased it a few weeks ago. I was testing it out. And to me, it's got a bit more of a sweetness about this fragrance. Really turn it around, just spray it myself. And the other way. So I mean about the mistakes, the raw things I'm staying in, guys. I was sprayed the Kevin wall behind me instead of me. Yep, it's got a nice smell to this. I've got the original 1881, the citrusy one. And that's fantastic, you know, for the price you pay for that. But to me, these, I would use this on a date night, I would. It's got enough sweetness in there, and enough stuff about it to, not offensive, but at the same time alluring to bring people a bit closer. Not quite a sweet fragrance as some of the others I've done on my last video that was recorded before this one. But it is up there. It has got a nice little bit of a sweetness to it. Not too much, but I think it's enough to draw people into it. And it was like a hidden gem. You know, this guy reviewed it. I haven't seen many other people do it. But to me, it's a worthy pickup. I'm glad I bought it now. And I will be getting some use out of this, hopefully. So there's another one, guys. Got two left. Now, today I'm from the UK. I live in the UK. It took me a while to get my first Burberry fragrance. And this is the Burberry Touch. Nice top, put it off. It comes off pretty easy. It doesn't stick on that great. Do you know what I mean? So, again, it's not very expensive. But that don't just mean to say the stuff inside the bottle is not any good. It just comes off pretty easy. Let's put a little bit, but you wouldn't want to pick this up by the top in case it just fell off. You break your bottom. Some you can, but I wouldn't recommend it with this one. But this is my first ever Burberry fragrance. And so when I bought this, I wasn't sure what to expect. And it's, again, like the Zara one, this one would be a perfect office scent. Non-offensive, very aromatic, and it's got a pleasant smell about it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not sure. I don't think it'll last you more than 6 hours. I have wore this at work, so I have had a bit of experience with this one. I was trying to use this at work, and I work in a dirty environment. Like you sweat a lot and different things like that. So this really, is a harsh environment to really test it out in, really. Because it was new, I wanted to try it out. Now, if you work in an office, I think you'll be quite surprised. It's not offensive. You won't get people say your fragrance is too strong or nothing like that. So, again, another worthy pickup. I'm glad I've got all the fragrances I've showed you on this video just. Good pickups. I'm not disappointed in any of them so far. And now, the last one I'm going to show you is this one. And it's from the Paris Corner. Is it Paris Corner? No, Fragrance World. I think they're very closely tied. I think Barry does a lot of these fragrances on his channel. From Centralised, and he mentions this one a lot. And it's Latafa, and it's Quaid. That's the name of the fragrance. Cracky looking bottle. I think it's their take on Dunhill, the absolute version that they did of their fragrance. I think they've tried to copy that by using that. This one just pulls off the bottom there. Look, I use that as a stand, a bit like John Paul Gaultier, like a cylinder. But this sits in there, and you got like a little round cylinder that fits over the top. But I just like to display it like that in my case. This one, it's got incense note in it. And this is ideal for the winter. I won't wear it in the summer. Too strong for the summer. And already you can smell it. This is like stinking my room out now with this stuff. And it's really strong. And I think you wear that and you're walking down the street, say toward bonfire night in the UK, and you wear this down there and you're walking around with your kids and going to bonfires, people will smell this on you. And they'll be, where's that smell coming from? Because this will be that strong and there'll be the cold air and stuff. It worked great. So that's all my 15 that I've had to my collection over the last few weeks, month, it was over a month. And so I thought I'd share that with you. I hope you enjoyed the video. So please like and share and subscribe to the channel if you have. Fantastic video on that. If you've already subscribed, thank you very much. Thank you for sticking with me. And I hope to see you on the next one. And we'll do some more videos in the rawest state possible, using one mic, one take, and me making mistakes probably. Okay guys, have a good weekend, and I'll see you on the next video. Ta-ra.